There are two types of people in the world: those who live waiting and those who live as if they've already received. What separates them isn't what they have, but what they silently feel within their soul. There is a secret, deep, powerful, almost invisible, that transforms reality without noise, without an apparent explanation. A few people know this. Most go their whole lives begging for things that, with the right feeling, they could already be experiencing. It's like a seed that, instead of being watered with faith, is buried in doubt. And the most surprising part is the more one asks, the less one sees. But the most revealing point is about to be exposed. Get ready. What you're about to understand in this video may shatter old patterns of thinking and open a new path of inner transformation, based not on what's missing, but on the invisible power of what is already real within you. Asking, by itself, comes from a place of lack. It's like reaching your hands to the sky and saying, "I don't have it yet." But true gratitude doesn't beg, it declares. It carries the strength of someone who has already received in the invisible, even if the world hasn't seen it yet. A person who constantly asks is always telling themselves and life that something is missing. That feeling of absence repeats itself. But someone who gives thanks plants invisible seeds of abundance, with the faith that harvest time will come. The difference may seem subtle, but it has a direct impact on the mind and on the course of one's life. When someone chooses to thank, something realigns inside them. Their focus shifts, their gaze turns toward what exists, toward what has already been achieved, no matter how small. And what you focus on expands. It's like lighting a candle in the dark and beginning to see more clearly what once seemed lost. This attitude strengthens emotional self-discipline and reveals the posture of someone who has already claimed dominion over their existence. A woman may wake up on a difficult day feeling the weight of life's challenges and still choose to thank for the little she has. That attitude changes her day, changes her body, changes her outlook. It's not passivity, it's silent courage. It's as if life responds to her feeling rather than her request. And each time she reaffirms this with words and emotion, she draws closer to what she desires with invisible but steady force. And there's a profound reason behind this principle that few people can see. If this beginning spoke to your heart, like this video and comment below. I choose to give thanks before receiving. The conscious mind may forget, but the subconscious mind never sleeps. Everything you feel strongly is recorded as if it were an absolute truth. And here's the most revealing detail. It responds to emotions, not empty words. Deeply felt, gratitude communicates a powerful message to the subconscious mind. This is real, and when it accepts that message as fact, it begins to move the unseen forces of life to make it visible. It's like an invisible mirror, reflecting what you believe to be yours. And that mirror doesn't respond to desperate pleading, but to intense feelings of fulfillment. When someone truly gives thanks, even if nothing has changed on the outside, something shifts inside. That positive emotion, repeated with intention, becomes a secret code sent to the inner universe and therefore to the outer world. Gratitude, in this context, is a silent strategy of reality reprogramming. Imagine someone starting their day by saying, "Thank you for the peace that fills my home, even in the midst of chaos." When practiced with faith and consistency, this habit reshapes the inner world. The mind begins tuning into a new frequency, like a radio station finding a new signal. And just like that, the invisible begins to shape the visible. But there's a deeper and even more transformative principle, and it comes from a rarely understood phrase. Napoleon Hill stated it firmly: what you feel as true becomes real. And this is one of the most misunderstood keys in personal growth. To feel something as true isn't about repeating phrases on autopilot. It means diving into the emotion, creating within yourself a silent certainty that it is already part of you. In this sense, gratitude isn't just a gesture, it's a vibrational declaration of ownership. When someone feels deeply that they already possess what they desire, even if they can't see it, they activate unseen forces beyond logic. It's not about pretending. It's about training a strengthened mind to recognize possibilities before they become tangible. It's like walking a rocky path and continuing on with confidence, even when the bridge ahead is still unseen. That's the power of emotional discipline combined with silent faith. A man who gives thanks for a promotion he hasn't yet received, but feels it is real, changes the way he walks, talks, and responds. He begins to emit a new frequency, one that life recognizes. It's as if the universe says, he already sees himself there, so let's bring him here. And there's a step beyond that, a bold leap that many fear to take that reveals the most daring power a human being can access. True faith doesn't ask for proof. It walks in the dark with the firmness of someone who sees with the eyes of the soul. Giving thanks before seeing is the purest form of faith, an unshakable faith that creates paths where only silence once existed. When a person thanks for something not yet in their hands, they are not deluding themselves. They are creating. They're reshaping reality from the inside out, with a power many ignore out of fear or impatience. Faith is like a seed growing in the dark soil. No one sees the process, but it's happening. And the first visible sign of that faith is expressed In words of gratitude, this is not superstition, it's emotional and spiritual strategy. Faith combined with gratitude is like a current of energy that pulls the impossible into the realm of the possible. A woman who says thank you for the new life that's arriving, even in the midst of chaos, is activating the power of creation. She already lives as if it were real. That changes everything. Her voice changes, her posture changes, her frequency changes. And with time, her life does too. But there's a dangerous detail that most people overlook, and it can cancel this entire process. Constant asking is like repeatedly telling yourself, I don't have it, I'm not enough, I can't. Even in silence, that repetition takes root in the subconscious mind. A person becomes trapped in an invisible cycle where the focus is always on what's missing, never on fulfillment. Every request reinforces a mindset of lack, and what dominates your thoughts also dominates your emotions, actions, and outcomes. That's why so many keep chasing but never reach. Life responds to what you emotionally vibrate the most. And if your tone is scarcity, lack, and anxiety, your mind becomes conditioned to replicate that state. It's like training your body to walk in circles while expecting to move forward. Gratitude, on the other hand, breaks that cycle. It declares, I have received, I walk in abundance. When felt genuinely, it's a powerful emotional impulse, capable of changing your path over time. Imagine a person who asks for more money every day, but feels anxious whenever they think about it. Now imagine someone who gives thanks for every cent they have and says, thank you because prosperity is already on its way. Which one is planting seeds of growth? The secret is not just in the words but in the emotion they carry, and that feeling can tune into an even more precise and more powerful frequency. Everything in the universe vibrates, including you. And what you emit, you attract. When someone gives thanks sincerely, they vibrationally align with what they desire. It's like tuning into a radio station. If your heart is on the gratitude channel, you pick up the signals of abundance, peace, and fulfillment. Gratitude doesn't just change your mood, it shifts the field of frequency where life happens. This vibration, when felt consistently, creates a magnetic field around a person. Some call it an aura, but we're going beyond names. It's a real force, perceptible even in the smallest gestures. A person aligned with gratitude moves with greater clarity, greater calm, and silent courage. They naturally attract opportunities that once seemed distant, and there's nothing mystical about it. It's applied emotional reality with strategy. Picture someone with an overdrawn bank account who chooses to wake up each day and deeply thank for the financial freedom they already feel is possible. Over time, that person starts making different decisions. They become more focused, more grounded, more strategic. Their outer world hasn't changed yet, but their inner frequency is already vibrating differently. And from this space, a powerful practice begins to turn the invisible into something concrete. Visualizing without feeling is like looking at a map but never taking the first step. But when you connect your mental image with a real sense of gratitude, you build a bridge between the now and what has yet to appear. The subconscious mind doesn't distinguish between what's real and what's vividly felt. So when someone visualizes with authentic emotion, they send a clear message, this is already mine. And that message holds power. Visualization with gratitude is more than daydreaming. It's a silent training of manifestation, starting inside the body and expanding outward like a wave of transformation. The practice is simple. Close your eyes, take a deep breath, and see with rich detail the reality you want to live. Feel it as if it's already happening, and give thanks. Say mentally thank you, because this is already taking place. When done consistently, this becomes a new way of thinking, acting, and deciding. A woman who imagines herself with full health, feeling joy for walking freely, is doing more than creating an image. She's training her strengthened mind to accept that reality is possible. This practice shifts her posture, renews her spirit, and inspires actions aligned with what she sees inside. And the most beautiful part is, the more she gives thanks for that vision, the more it begins to show up. And there's a silent law, well known to Napoleon Hill, that makes this even more powerful. Life amplifies what you value. When you give thanks for something, no matter how small, you're saying, this matters, this is good, I want more of it. And a trained mind responds with renewed focus, filtering experiences that reinforce that feeling. Gratitude, in this sense, acts like a lens that magnifies the light. It makes the little things shine so brightly that they soon become big things. It's not about ignoring challenges or pretending everything is fine. It's about recognizing small victories with presence, emotion, and clarity. A person who gives thanks for the simple meal they have, for the bit of health that remains, for the roof over their head even under pressure, is cultivating fertile soil for growth. The repetition of this gesture strengthens a positive perspective and drives away chronic complaints, which drain energy and focus. Many people wait for great victories before showing gratitude, but those who understand the power of gratitude know that expansion begins in the appreciation of now. And this isn't romanticism, it's a strategy for life. The mind focuses, the heart feels, the body responds. Slowly, this energy begins to flow into other areas: finances, health, relationships, decisions. And there's a conscious method to train this inner expansion with even more consistency. Napoleon Hill stated firmly, "The mind must be fed daily with thoughts of power, not weakness." The law of mental self-service is simple, yet demands discipline. Everything you repeat to yourself, you are training. If you rehearse scarcity, fear, and doubt, then that's what your mind will produce on autopilot. But if you train gratitude, clarity, and definite purpose, your mind becomes fertile, the ground for achievement. This self-service is like fueling your soul before hitting the road. You don't wait until the tank is empty to take action. Likewise, you shouldn't wait for life to improve to give thanks. It works the other way around. You strengthen your mind with intentional thoughts, declarations of victory, positive emotion, and vision, and the practice of gratitude becomes the main fuel in this routine of inner strengthening. Someone might say daily, "I'm grateful because everything is working for my growth." Over time, this phrase stops being just an idea and becomes a silent truth within. Even in the face of criticism, loss, or pain, that trained mind remains firm, resilient, with strategic attitude in the face of life's tests. And exactly at that point emerges the most powerful practice to anchor this power. Gratitude shouldn't be a once-in-a-while feeling. It must become a habit, a conscious practice, a daily exercise in soul strengthening. When done with intention, it shapes thought, changes emotional states, and directs focus. And like every transformative habit, it requires consistency. It's in the simple things, waking up and being thankful for life, writing down 3 reasons to be grateful, breathing deeply and acknowledging the present, that we build a powerful and unshakable mindset. Keeping a gratitude journal is one of the most effective tools for this. Writing down what went well every day, even the smallest things, is like watering the seed of abundance with patience and faith. It trains the eyes to see beyond chaos and strengthens the mind for tough days. Daily affirmations also work. Phrases like "I'm grateful for the strength growing within me" reprogram the subconscious with invisible power. This quiet routine is a form of deep mental discipline that begins internally and eventually reflects externally. Prayer, for example, when done with a tone of thankfulness, not just pleading, creates a field of trust. The person feels like they're already moving forward, even when the fruits haven't appeared yet. And in this consistent rhythm of appreciation, great examples arise. Those who turned gratitude into their language of victory. History is full of men and women who gave thanks before seeing any sign. Thomas Edison, for example, didn't wait for success to believe in his inventions. With each failed attempt, he maintained a posture of certainty, as if saying, "Thank you, I'm already discovering the way." This practical faith, combined with repetition and strategic action, turned his persistence into a bridge to the impossible. Henry Ford is another example. He envisioned an efficient assembly line long before it existed. He didn't just dream, he gave thanks with conviction, as if it were already functioning. It was a silent but powerful feeling. He saw what no one else saw. And that inner clarity, combined with gratitude, pushed him to challenge criticism, resistance, and judgment. His power was in the invisible. These stories aren't myths. They're proof that faith joined with gratitude is an advanced emotional technology. People who changed the world first changed their inner world. They trained their minds to act as if they had already received, and they moved forward with quiet courage. Their power came from mental attitude and aligned emotion. But there's a subtle and extremely effective detail that anyone can start applying right now. The key lies in how you speak, but more importantly in how you feel. Giving thanks for what hasn't manifested yet takes practice, intention, and courage. Phrases like "thank you because it's already on its way" or "thank you because it's mine, even if I don't see it yet" are more than words. They are declarations of inner dominion, capable of unlocking unseen paths. When spoken with emotion and strength, they transform your inner world and, with time, the outer one too. The idea is simple. You plant with words and you water with emotion. This practice requires emotional calm in the face of doubt, because life will test your faith, but this is where emotional maturity shows up. It's not about denying reality, but about retraining it. What seems distant today, with constant gratitude and strategic action, draws near silently. The secret is to act as if it already is and give thanks as if it's already yours. A man searching for a new job might repeat daily, "Thank you for the opportunity that's already on its way to me." When he feels it deeply, he doesn't just change his thoughts, he changes his behavior. He presents himself differently. It speaks with more confidence, acts with more clarity. The mind believes, the body follows, and reality responds. But it's crucial to avoid a subtle trap, one that silently blocks this whole process. Many people confuse gratitude with passivity. They think that giving thanks is enough and that everything else will just happen. But the truth is, real gratitude comes with movement. It's not about sitting around waiting for doors to open on their own. It's about feeling the door is already yours, giving thanks for it, and getting up to turn the handle. Without action, gratitude becomes illusion. And without strategy, faith gets lost in the wind. The right attitude is that of a silent warrior, thanks on the inside, but acts with strength, focus, and definite purpose on the outside. That's the difference between dreaming and achieving. The person who only asks and waits reinforces helplessness, but the one who gives thanks and walks forward transforms faith into concrete action. They keep moving even without immediate results, because the inner clarity is enough to sustain the controlled impulse. Imagine someone who wants to change their life. They don't just say, "Thank you for the change." They start waking up earlier, studying, taking better care of themselves, making firmer decisions. Every step is an act of faith in motion. It's as if life says, "They got it," and over time, reality adjusts to the vibration of inspired action. Gratitude then becomes part of an old, powerful formula, forgotten by many. True achievement is not by chance. It results from a simple yet powerful formula: clarity of what you want, unshakable faith, early gratitude, and consistent action. Each element supports the others. Clarity without faith is indecision. Faith without gratitude is instability. Gratitude without action is paralysis. But when all four walk together, the mind aligns with destiny, and reality begins to respond. Clarity means knowing exactly what you want with emotional firmness. It's looking into life's mirror and saying, "This is what I choose to live." Faith then becomes the invisible fuel, keeping your focus even under pressure. Gratitude offers relief and momentum, reaffirming that the path is already opening, and action puts it all in motion. No result comes without attitude. Life requires active presence, not just intention. A simple example: someone wants financial stability. They define it clearly: clarity, believe it's possible, faith. Give thanks daily as if it's already theirs, gratitude, and begin saving, studying, and building action. Over time, this alignment generates consistent results and personal transformation that leaves eternal marks. And if you apply this for the next few days, you may witness something words can't quite explain. Now that you understand the difference between asking and giving thanks, the challenge is simple, yet deep. For the next 7 days, stop asking, only give thanks. No matter what's happening, keep your focus on what already is, what you already have, and what is on its way. Say with conviction, "Thank you for the peace, the guidance, the prosperity that is already flowing." Turn this into a habit, a discipline, and observe. Write it down. Feel it. Say it out loud. When doubt comes, give thanks. When fear shows up, give thanks. When you're criticized, give thanks. Use every moment as a strengthening exercise for your faith and trained mind. This is the true path of inner transformation. In this conscious effort, you'll build a life no one sees, until the fruits begin to bloom. And when they do, there's no more doubt. The invisible had been working all along. This is not just an external challenge, it's a silent invitation to live with purpose, strategy, and self-control. When you choose gratitude, you take the wheel of your own journey and stop living in the autopilot of scarcity. Accept this challenge with silent courage, and prepare to notice changes that don't come from outside but from within, where everything begins. The life you desire begins the moment you decide to truly feel what you want to live. Thinking is not enough. You must live it within before it happens outside. Gratitude in advance is more than a spiritual practice. It's an emotional strategy for inner leadership. Those who thank before seeing are already creating, already living, already changing everything, even in silence. If this video touched something inside you, like it, comment, and share it with someone who also needs to remember their power. This isn't just content, it's a reminder that you have an invisible, silent, and creative power within you. Write in the comments, "I choose to live with gratitude and action." This phrase isn't just symbolic, it's a firm step on the path of your transformation. Move forward with unshakable faith. Your mind is fertile ground. Plant what you want to see grow. Keep going, silently, with discipline and strength. The seed of gratitude, watered with action, blooms into results that no one can erase. And remember, what you feel is true, has already begun to happen.